Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Light Sprinklers Action. I'm Bo Condon with RL Productions. Over there, we've got Bob Carr with TLC Incorporated. And today, very special guest, we've got Victoria Yassam from Red Ball Consultants here to talk with us.
Hi.
Yay! So today, Bob, we're going to kind of talk about social media marketing, something that you and I are very familiar with. Obviously, RL Productions does video marketing services for local and national businesses. You have probably done more social media marketing than, I don't know, anyone on the entire planet combined.
Well, also probably used more agencies that were horrible. And once you find out about most agencies, you understand why they're horrible.
And that's why
But
we're
that's
still
why
here.
Victoria's going to shed some light on this subject and tell us who and what we should be using and why.
Is it Light Sprinklers Action or Light Sprinkler Action? I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lights, Sprinklers, Action!
Just hit the button, the whole system goes dead.
I was not alive in 2010.
That was the intro song to like Madden 09.
I put a drone in a lot of places.
Oh my gosh, I would actually agree with that. Most
No,
agencies
that's the
are
truth.
horrible.
I've been burning. I can tell you
No.
stories now. The stories that
It's
people used to
true.
tell me. I look back on it now, like I could strangle that guy.
I
or
know.
woman,
It's
you know?
true. So
and
many
the old.
agents-
Let's spend some more on it. You didn't give it a chance yet. Spend another 10 grand on it next week. It will work. You're not doing it right.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. You're the one that set up the whole program. I didn't even touch it.
I know. I hear that all the time. But I agree 100% with you. A lot of the time, agencies will just waste your money. I've seen a lot of the time where they'll do really, really well at first, and the next thing you know, you're not getting what you want out of it. So, look, I hear you, Bob. I hear you.
And then I heard the other day a guy reached out. It's probably been 3 years ago since I used their service, and he said, "I got something new." I said, "Well, what's that?" I don't even know why he picked up the phone. And he said, "How about you just pay on per lead as we get them for you?" I said, "Oh, now you're coming around the way I asked you the first time to do it." Basically, now I pay him whatever it would be per lead in advance as he brought in a lead that was qualified. Why didn't you do that at the beginning? Because now they're
That's a
hungry.
good question. That's a good question.
Because I have to produce for my customers. We just can't say we're going to come to your property and do something and it might work, maybe not work, throw some more money at it, maybe we'll make it work. Mm-hmm. What kind of business model is that?
One that makes them a lot of money.
Yeah, but that's why I always have a problem with somebody like yourself. But you get linked into it, you're good, but not everybody knows that.
Well, I don't know if I would say that we're good.
Well, I know your reputation, but what I'm saying is there's so many people out there that don't even get a chance to see you, meet you, understand
Yeah.
the performance. You make things happen. A lot of people don't. They give a lot of talk, and there's a lot of people out there just lying, and that just ruins it for everybody.
Yeah.
So you're saying essentially one of the topics we were going to talk about today is like the blow up of marketing agencies. Like everybody knows how to market on social media now, right? But
Well, yeah, my cousin's
no
on
one
the third
does.
side of Ohio. He knows how to do it. Little Johnny, he'd get me on TikTok. That kind of stuff.
you can do a dance. Bob, do you know what 6'7" is?
Yeah.
You do?
6'7".
What-
If I hear that one more, can we cuss on this podcast?
Yeah.
If I hear that one more fucking time, I swear to God, my 6-year-old comes home and she's all 6'7". I was like, if you say that again, you're gonna stay in your room the rest of the night. I was like, I cannot deal with this.
That came from that rapper, right?
It did,
then
yeah.
It crossed over into the basketball world.
Yeah,
Now
it was
everybody's
something
doing
like
it.
that.
Most people don't even know where it's coming from.
Well, that's the thing.
pop culture.
The amount of TikToks that are like, it's demonic and all this other kind of stuff. I mean, of course, like to not go down the rabbit hole is really hard, but essentially it came from nothing. Like literally it came from nothing.
Well, even the rapper
But-
doesn't even remember what he did. or
Yeah, but these kids, man, oh my God. 6'7".
Well, on that note, skibbity toilet, that their word she just said with her potty mouth, right? Skibbity toilet, that's a thing?
I don't know. I don't know. My kid is 6. She heard it from a friend or something. I don't know skibbity toilet, but isn't that? No, wait, I lied. Isn't that a game now? I think they made like a board game.
Skibbity
Can
toilet
we
is
get
in
back
Fortnite,
into
isn't it?
Right?
YouTube world for a minute? I want to talk to Victoria.
Skibbity toilet, that, Bob.
She's going to bring some brilliance to the show.
Listen, Riz somewhere else, pal, okay?
Austin, real men, Austin.
I'm gonna cut this and start from scratch. Yeah.
That's good. We
Should we
probably-
start
from the
over?
top.
But do you guys even like social media? Like, do you like social media, Bob? Do you want to use social media?
Well, it's not so much if you want to use it, you have to use it. If you're a business owner.
Vibe. I hate social
True?
media.
Or not
Yeah,
true?
no, I would agree with that.
You know, that's like a guy told me the other day, we got into this debate, Victoria. I don't want to be on camera, the guy told me. Mm-hmm. Okay? And I laughed, and he said, what's so funny? I just don't want people to know what I look like. And I said, do you go on sales calls? Do you still see your clients? Yeah. I said, well, you're on the camera, so why wouldn't you want to be out there doing it the right way? So it's just funny how people say that, but that's not really the truth. So we're all going to, if we're in business, you have to be on social media.
Yeah,
Do you agree or disagree?
No, I agree. I agree to a certain extent. We have some clients who they might not want to put themselves on it, but they'll let like their employees do it. I think it really depends on like the market you're in, but we're actually seeing an influx in new business of people who haven't had social media before, and they're starting to see that they need it now. And it's industries that like haven't really had to utilize marketing to the extreme like that. Like it's a lot of like contractors, government contractors, commercial contracting, that kind of stuff. So like we're seeing a huge influx in people understanding that they need it. But I mean, yeah, kind of, you should. So it does like a bunch of different stuff. It's not just brand recognition, it's humanizing your brand. It's getting people to understand like who you are, what your business is made of, like that kind of stuff. So it is definitely a necessity. I've seen people talk about having social media over a website, like using that as their website, which is definitely like probably not a good idea. I would say it's definitely not a good idea, but it's something that's kind of the nature of the beast of owning really any kind of business at this point in 2025.
Well, I think in
26.
5 years, YouTube will be more important than your website, the way things are going with AI. Because it really pulls a lot from YouTube if it's done right.
Yeah, I think it's really going to depend. Again, I think it's going to depend on like the nature of the specific business itself. YouTube historically is a search engine, essentially, right? So it's how do you fix
second largest search engine out there.
Yeah.
It's going to surpass its big brother, which is Google.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't realize that though either. They don't think of it as like a search engine. They think of it as, I don't want to say a social media platform because it is. But do you know what I mean though?
Yeah. A lot of people they confuse that or kind of, I want to say, it mars it where they don't understand the difference. Mm-hmm. So that gets people mixed up. But definitely more people are using social media. I ran into a lady the other day that's retired now from the U.S. Army. Mm-hmm. And before she retired last year, they were using TikTok. And she said for get recruitments, she said when she first went in 20-some years ago, they would have never, well, obviously TikTok wasn't around, right? But the Army would have used any social media, when it sort of first started coming around, like with Facebook 2007. So until the last couple of years, and she said they did that, and their recruitment went way up because you're getting in front of the people, the kids, children, young adults, whatever you want to call, and that range from 18 to 21, and they said it worked well.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not even just that range though, too. Like my husband's old, and he's 9 years older than me. Yeah, I'm 47, so he's. I'm 37, so he's.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, y'all, it's the end of the fucking day. My brain is scrambled eggs right now. But so he's on TikTok all the time. Like he doesn't do so much the Facebook and the Instagram, but
And what's he do?
For work? Oh, he's a cop.
So he's a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but you talking about it for pleasure or using it for work? Tracking people?
It's not work. No, it's not.
It's
not
himself.
anything like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So he just sits there and he looks at like hunting videos or whatever. But a lot of the times too, he'll search stuff on there like how to fix this, how to fix that.
On TikTok?
Yeah, over YouTube.
What?
No. Yes. So TikTok is like the newer way for people to find information.
So if I was trying to get in front of your husband, I'd be better on TikTok.
Yeah. The only time he goes to YouTube is literally if it's something that he like can't find on TikTok. If it's like how do you ABC a toilet or whatever. But for the most part, he looks on TikTok, and I'm on TikTok all the time looking for like recipes or how to do this or how to do that.
See, that throws me sideways because I wouldn't think, you said he was older than you.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't have thought an older guy would be going to TikTok.
No, I mean, at
No,
this point,
don't take that no offense for either. See, he's sitting right here. I'd be like, well, what got you? See, I'd be interested in sitting talking to him. Like, what got you to go on TikTok?
Honestly,
I
I can
want
tell
to
you.
86 this entire episode because she just said the exact opposite of anything I ever wanted her to say because I hate TikTok. I don't want us to have to market on TikTok because it's such a pain in the ass to post on.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If
now
it gets
she's
to
telling me that I
people-
need to? Like,
but
I don't wanna.
here's the
Sorry.
thing. If it brings you and another client, brings him
Yeah.
and another client, brings me and another client, see, that's when we all got to say, shut up to ourselves and going, wait a minute, who cares what we think?
Yeah, I think a lot of it too depends on like what are your ultimate goals, right? Like people, especially like younger kids nowadays, they're like, oh, I'm going to be a TikTok influencer. Well, they don't realize how much work and effort goes into it. But like there's been times where I've posted videos for clients and just because of the geographic area that my husband is in or whatever
see
he
it?
searched. Yeah, he's like, oh, I saw ABC video. And I'm like, did you like it? And he's like, no, I forgot. I was like, cool. Thanks
But he saw
for
it,
that.
though, and he knows
Yeah.
it's out there. That's
So-
how to
Also
double check to make
struggle
sure
with
it's in a geo area.
Absolutely. And so like eyeballs are definitely more important nowadays than like the engagement piece that you get from it, like the likes and the
Well,
comments.
back
and stuff.
in the day, my day, the whole thing was building it. Gary Vee and I were talking about that the other night about getting the likes. Well, now it don't make any difference about that.
Yeah,
But at one
it
time,
really
that was a
doesn't.
big deal.
Yeah.
And Austin and I were talking about that earlier today. You know, your likes haven't changed and all. There's some parts of that. There's other parts that are making a difference nowadays. Because
Yeah.
you could do a post for me right now, go on TikTok, it could blow up something that I'm out there promoting right now. And you'd be like, Victoria, how did that happen overnight? Because 10 years ago, that never would happen.
Yeah. So eyeballs, I think, are definitely more important now. Like it's definitely our most important metric. For me to engage with the post personally and in my personal time, it takes a lot. And it's not because I don't like it or whatever. It's just I'm fucking lazy. I don't know. I don't engage with things a lot.
Well, because you do it for a living, so you probably
I do.
That's probably the last thing you want to do is like
Yeah.
get involved in that.
I do, but there's a lot of other people that do the same thing though.
And I mean, one of the first like slogans I ever threw out there when we started our productions was likes don't equate to dollar signs. That was like how I always, girl.
I'm sorry. My dad's security system is on my phone. I thought I turned my ringer off.
I thought that was going to get like a lot more indeed, like my dad's in the hospital
Sorry.
or something like that.
No.
Like I'm like, she's immediately covering the fact that she has to have her phone on loud.
This motherfucker is setting off his security system is literally what it is. And like my phone was on silent, but it's still one of those things that comes through. So hopefully he'll listen to this and be like, Dad, stop setting off your fucking security system. It's ruining our podcast.
Ruined the vibe, man. No, the likes don't equate to dollar signs was always something that we said. And I mean, it's still true to this day. But, you know, from a viewership standpoint, that's, like you said, that's a metric you got to look at. But when it comes to, we talked about there being marketing agencies everywhere, is everyone just making this shit up? Like, does anyone actually like? There's no book. Like, there's not even a good what is the thing? The thing you guys tried to get CRM. There's not even like a good CRM for like doing the posting, right? Like you're using spreadsheets, and none of the social medias talk to each other that allow it to have an integrated posting platform. So like, is everyone just making it up?
So there are platforms that some would allow them to talk to each other. We're actually looking at switching platforms internally. As far as what people are making up, the algorithm, when you see a class and it's like, take this class and learn how the algorithm works, right? Like realistically, nobody knows exactly how it works.
Right.
That's what Facebook does, right? That's what Instagram does. And everyone forgets that Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, they're all businesses. Like their job is to keep you on the platform so they can get more money via ad spend and bigger
Time you
sponsorships
take
and whatever.
that course, quote, graduate, it's already been dead anyway. So you
Yeah.
know that, but it's not going to help you.
Yeah,
But you
so-
feel better about yourself because I think I know now. I almost know as much as Victoria knows. Well, no, you never were.
Yeah.
But you feel better.
Seminar.
But we all done that before. And that's why most agencies suck.
Well, so to Bo's point about like, to Bo's question about like, does everyone just do what they want? I think there's a bunch of different spokes to it, right? And it all goes back to the basics of marketing as a whole. And it's not, what was that look for? You both looked at each other and then you looked at me. What?
Oh, I was giving you the yes. Like you have to actually know what you're doing and know
Okay.
how to market and how to make sales versus I was agreeing with you.
Okay.
Versus
Okay.
just, chasing down how to do hashtags, and the algorithm likes when you're proportioned vertically versus horizontally. Like actually knowing how
Yeah.
to market and actually having content that speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Versus
So
chasing the algorithm.
these influencers that everyone compares themselves. Oh, I'm sorry, Austin. Am I boring you?
Jesus.
No, I'm sorry. That was rude. It's the end of the day.
What's
Bo was
Well, you
boring
can't be
me more.
more ruder than Bo.
I know I don't even know why I'm still friends with them.
I don't know either. After what you said last night about him.
It's
I
a whole
know.
nother podcast episode.
So a lot of the influencers, they might have had a video that went viral or something like that, but then they start to figure out like their niche behind it and what's going to get the eyeballs on it.
So what works for them?
Well, it's not even what works for them. It's their avatar. So it goes back to like their target market and who the content is specifically made for. And a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes. They just see that so-and-so is all over their feed, right? So it all goes back to the basic principles of marketing and getting in front of the right people and figuring out your target audience and all of that kind of stuff. So if you can figure that out, then you should be good for a marketing strategy for the most part. And also figuring out where to advertise, how much to advertise with, like all of that kind of stuff. But then you have a bunch of these agencies who just know how to use Canva, and they think that they can just create things that are just going to work. And that's not necessarily the case. And social media is a lot of ebbing and flowing and looking at analytics and seeing what's working, what's not working. Like if your avatar, Bob, is middle-aged white woman, lives in ABC place, but then the people looking at your social content is not that, then we kind of need to reevaluate and see like, okay, why is that not working? Why aren't they seeing your
Never gonna
content?
work.
Yeah, and it's a lot of it too has to do with like when you're posting, how frequently you're posting, but most importantly, it's like the type of content you're putting out there. It's not necessarily like the trending stuff. Not everything has to be trending, but it goes back to your goals, right? Like if you just want eyeballs of anybody, then that's fine. But like I can tell you my husband, so I'll put it to you this way, right? I have this client. She is amazing. She does like super organic soap. It's very special. It's really good for sensitive skin. She's working on getting it into like Airbnbs and like growing it on a commercial side. So I do a lot of consulting for her. And she came to me one day, mind you, her brand is very airy. It's very light. It's very like natural feeling. She comes to me one day with a video of a gorilla, like an AI gorilla talking about Simply Soap. And I was like, the fuck is this? And she's like, oh my God, it's great. My husband sees it everywhere, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And I was like, who am I to tell you no, right? Like you do what you... I can give you my suggestions, but if you're going to put it up, that's up to you. So she did, and she came back to me and she was like, oh my gosh, so many people said that they loved it. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking
Well, loving
about?
and buying is two different things.
Well, hold on a second. What we're doing is we're in the middle of launching a men's line for her. So the gorilla is something that like maybe Bo and Austin would see, but
And
not
like
me
it.
because
Yeah.
that's not my algorithm. Right. So a lot of the people who are talking to her are men, and we're in the process of launching a men's line for her specifically for athletes that do like jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai and stuff like that. So that's their avatar. And I go home and I'm talking to my husband about it, and he's like, oh yeah, I see the gorilla all the time. I'm like, where the fuck is this gorilla? Why am I not seeing this gorilla? And so it's a really great prime example of like getting to that target market, right? So like I didn't see it because I'm not the target
You're not
market.
supposed to.
Exactly. So yes, I see Simply Soap content all the time, but I wasn't seeing the gorilla specifically. So that, things like that where you really just have to figure out like who you're marketing to and really kind of hone in on like their buying behaviors and why they're buying and what they're buying and how much they're spending. And I could go on a soapbox and do all of the things, but that's kind of the gist of it.
Because a lot of times, people will do different ads, and I will even see it internal. They'll do an ad that everybody here might like it, but that doesn't mean anything if is our target seeing it, the right people? Because we can, oh my God, that's great.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
other times people are telling you it's wrong and it isn't either. So I can see that go both ways.
Real quick, Bob,
Absolutely.
do you know anything about gorillas
I
at
do.
TLC?
I do. Last
you-
time I was over at your house, you had one over there. The new trees you put in.
And Graydon may this may ring his bell as well. Was there not a gorilla jumping in a puddle
Yeah,
in
so
a TLC
what? How
ad.
did you know about that?
Well, I saw it posted one night and realized it was not content we created.
So was it?
Was it the
On your
AI
algorithm?
gorilla?
It
Is
was
that
on
what you
Google?
used?
It was
It
the one
was-
that
it was
Victoria
an
and I. You didn't
AL.
know about that?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
The
now.
AI gorilla. So I actually since then have messed with said AI gorilla, and like they're actually really fun. But I had no idea at the time because I guess it had just started trending when she brought it to me, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" But it makes sense if it's who you're trying to get in front of. But yeah, the fucking gorilla dude is hysterical.
Never
I
know
choose
what
the
might
bear.
works.
Wait, that's something else.
What'd you say?
I choose the bear,
The bear?
but that's something else.
I don't know what the bear is.
Anyway,
Went right over my head.
I know that's okay.
I'm
most of my
still
jokes
back to what you said about Canvas. So some people do, but how's that got to do with anything with the marketing then? If you don't know where to put it.
Well, yeah, that's the problem.
Oh. I mean, I know how to use Canva, but that'll make me a marketing expert.
No, but I mean, like, there's a lot of different templates and stuff that people can use on Canva. But it's like, and the other thing and the other spoke to that too is, you know, having a college degree in this stuff can be helpful. I have a degree in communications. My team, most of them have degrees, but some of them don't, but they have the experience with it. And if you can find someone who's got the experience and knows the basic principles, then you've got a great marketer on your hands. But it's the people who are just like, I have a degree and like almost no experience.
What are you looking at? me
No,
for?
that was a dig at a specific person that you.
Oh, we got beef. Oh, we got beef on the pod.
So, Victoria,
There's
where
pod
you
beef.
work out of? What area you cover?
So we do work kind of everywhere. Doing digital marketing, we have like a really great.
So you handle national accounts?
We can, yeah. So like I was just in Florida a month ago doing a shoot for a client who has like a main office up this way, but our office is out of like Forest Hill, which is right above
Yeah.
Baltimore, Maryland. It's a great little area. It's a great place to raise a
Like
family.
Bel Air.
Yeah,
The whole area's going crazy building up there.
I know. It's like constant construction, but no, it's great. We love it, and it's kind of cool doing what we do because we get to travel, and I'm always in DC. I got to film some stuff down at like Nat Geo one day, and yeah, it's very cool.
That breaks up the normal work week.
Oh,
doesn't
for
it?
sure, the monotony. Yeah.
So, talking about Red Ball and your clients, how do you help your clients leverage social media? Like just in general, like what is your approach with a new client on trying to make their just general Facebook page grow from their aunt liking their posts, to actual true engagement from the community?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So how we work with our clients is as soon as we take somebody on, we do like about an hour and a half like kickoff call where we really just kind of figure everything out that they've been doing, like what's worked, what hasn't worked, what's their brand, like the way that I've built the company is not to just be a vendor. I really want to know all of your things. Like I want to know what your goals are. I want to know everything. If you're selling the company in 5 years, like I want to know so we can start prepping everything very slowly, right? So figuring out their goals, I feel like I keep saying that, but it's the truth. So figuring out like what their goals are and what exactly they're looking for. So like if we have a client that is very locally based, like say we're working with someone in Harford County, they only want to work in Harford County. The first like couple of months, we just kind of have to figure out like what their page looks like, what's working, what's not working, what content works, what content doesn't work, who's seeing their stuff, because depending on what was done with the pages beforehand might affect what we're doing. So like we had a client one time, remember back in the day when you were allowed to buy followers and it was like a good thing? We're talking like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Who
when
would
it was
ever
like
do
a
that,
thing.
Austin? Do you know any companies that may have accidentally bought followers at some point in time when they were in college?
You know,
Big thing here for a
I
while.
think I do. I think I had to clean and scrub our Instagram quite a bit.
Yeah.
But we
Those
may or may not have had a
followers.
lot of friends in Haiti.
Yeah. Oh, I love that for you. But like back before it was like not a good thing, like you could run ad campaigns on Facebook that would just get you more followers. Well, we had this one client. He was a real estate agent in Harford County, clearly not going much further out of Harford County. 70% was in like Haiti or the Philippines or something like that. And so for that industry, that was not ideal. So we kind of had to figure out like, okay, let's start pumping out content. Because what I didn't want to do was go in and scrape everything and make the page just tank overnight. So it was a very slow process to get the page back up. And so we got it to the point where like 90% of who was seeing the content was in like Bel Air, Forest Hill area. So like that was great. So for someone like that, it's a different approach than like for someone, you know, like RL that's been around for a while and you're just trying to get more people on it. So utilizing ad campaigns, coming up with content that people want to see, also doing market research too. Like I'm a huge proponent for market research. So like if you're starting a company, or if you, this guy is passed out.
Gabriel! Turn the PTZ towards
Sorry,
Gabriel.
bud.
Are you sleeping?
What are you... You're distracting our guests with your slumber. Well, you weren't snoring. It's
No, you were passed the fuck out though.
I love that.
Sorry, I hope I don't get him fired.
Great cutaway.
Did I just get him fired? Who's his boss?
And his
I don't
father.
think he was asleep. Last time I looked over, you were looking at playing on your phone.
So in regards like to your client that you're getting a more organic audience in Forest Hill, Bel Air, how do you feel like organic advertising, like not paid, we're not buying sponsorship
Sure.
space on Google or Facebook, organic posting versus throwing money at it and trying to canvas those areas? I mean, I'm sure you're going to say, well, it's both, or it depends.
Yeah.
But like, which one do you like better when you're working with your clients?
Oh my God, that's a really hard one.
And we'll
It's
be right
like,
back.
Well, I think that's fairly easy. You want to try organic, see what resonates, which you get the most likes, followings on, whatever, most interactions, and then amplify it.
well, I think it also depends on what you want out of it. So like if you're looking for leads, you're going to probably want to do
Looking
more
for
of
who?
the leads.
Oh, leads, okay.
Yeah, like if you're looking for more lead gen, and you're on like a quicker timeline, organic usually takes a little bit longer. And especially if you're not engaging on the Facebook platforms, like in groups and mom groups and community groups, blah, 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 it's going to definitely take a lot longer. But if you take a post and you boost it to get more page followers or to get like a lead form filled out, something like that, it's a more immediate way to get some traction. Now, if I had a client come to me and he's like, look, all I can do is I'm not ready to run ad campaigns right now, whatever, right? Like I just want to go the organic route. So what I would tell them is, okay, well, let's get some content up. Let's get some videos up. Video is king. You have to do video. Yeah, literally. So we'd get all of that up and then we would look at the engagement piece. So based on what the company is, so like for lawn sprinklers, right? If you're just doing residential, which I'm assuming is mostly residential.
Most.
Yeah.
Not all.
So we would probably see if we could get you joining like some specific neighborhood groups, right? Like ABC neighborhood here or ABC neighborhood there or property management, stuff like that. And start to engage with other people's posts, start sharing some stuff in the groups, following ABC property management, ABC, what is it called when somebody not manages a property? It's homeowners association, you know, like whatever is kind of like in that market.
Or sponsor one of them.
Right,
I've
exactly.
done that before. Sponsored one of them, and then you're automatically brought in.
Yeah, absolutely. So stuff like that, engaging like with people's posts when they're like, hey, I'm looking for a roofer. You could tag your favorite roofer, whatever, as the business page. So that would be one of the first things. Also looking at like local chambers of commerce, local networking organizations, engaging within those pages, not necessarily the groups, but the pages. And so a lot of the younger generation will tell you like Facebook is dead, blah, blah, blah. But like realistically, it's still the most used platform that's out there. Mm-hmm. And it's a huge help for businesses because of the community groups and because you can share the pages and you can comment on the pages. And Instagram and TikTok don't have that. LinkedIn has like a version of it, but it's not as successful as Facebook. So that's probably what I would do. If someone was very low budget, I would suggest using an ad campaign to get more followers to the page. That way your organic content would be seen a little bit more. if they're looking for specific lead gen, then you'd want to do like a lead gen campaign for a paid ad. But like, I don't know. It depends. There's not a one size fits all, but it's literally like asking me like, what do you like better, apple pie or chocolate chip cookies? Like a cookie, you have to compare the cookies. You can't like, do you know what I mean? That was a really bad analogy, but
you were apples to oranging.
Yeah,
but I can assure you, if someone asked me if I like to do video marketing or I like to do weddings, I would say video marketing.
Well, yeah, but it's it's different though.
Yeah, that's not the same analogy.
That's not the same
true
analogy. It's still in the same like thing.
I just wanted to give weddings have them catch.
But wait a minute, let's back up a minute. In your journey down here, at one time, weddings was a big thing to you. Look, I was back here with you back then days.
There was only one day that weddings were a big day to me. And
Don't
it was
listen. Don't listen to him, Victoria.
Ayo.
Yeah, but see, now, Victoria, if you wanted to get in front of people and you had your big company, you have a lot of money, you could pay for the ads, okay? But as SEO and Google dies and AI takes over everything, you're not going to be able to throw money at it if you don't have the trust signals. So there's a lot of things that goes into that. So when he's asking you that question, your head has to go all over the place because there's so many ways. You can still win, but it doesn't have to be exactly, there's only one way to do it. Because there's several ways to do it.
There's a million ways to skin a cat, right? So like I think it depends on budget. And then I've also seen people, how do I say this? If you're willing to put the time in, anything will work, right? If you're willing to put in the resources and the strategy.
If you put in the hard work in AI right now and get the videos going, you're definitely going to be winning.
It'll work, but it's figuring out like how to do it properly. And it's going to take time to do any of that, right? Just like SEO, just like,
It's not gonna be overnight.
whatever. Right. And I think that people expect it to be overnight. And it's just not, that's just not how the world works now. So like, really, I'm a very big believer in like, if you put any effort, like a good amount of effort into something, you can get it to work, whether that be Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever you decide that you want to do, but it has to be consistent. And it's a lack of consistency, which is why the question is hard to answer, because it depends on what the page is specifically, and it depends on like who's managing said page, and it depends on how many posts, and there has to be some kind of consistency to it for it to work.
In a plan of what you're trying to pull off. You just can't slap up 3 ads,
Right.
There's no strategy behind it.
Right.
ABP,
So
always be posting.
yeah, always be
It was in that
posting.
movie Glengarry Glen Ross. That's exactly what he said.
That's always be closing.
Oh, well, I didn't get the coffee, so I would.
Also, yeah, I've heard that one. I've never heard that one. So
Oh,
good on
What he
you.
just made up. That's a Frostberg
It's
saying.
literally
Yeah.
what they say in the remake of 2023 that never happened. Mm-hmm. It's not real. Mm-hmm. But always be posting.
ABP.
ABP.
ABP?
No, it's not cool anymore.
Oh,
I think
sorry.
I'm done with it.
Sorry.
Where do you see social media in like 5 years?
That's a good question.
Because like as a person that is on Facebook all the time, like I know the kids say that Facebook's dead. I love getting my TikToks in 3 to 5 business days.
Yeah.
Okay, it's great. I'm not totally hip. I'm not a weirdo on TikTok, but I still get the funny things. I see the funny things eventually.
Yes. Yeah. Where is it going to be in 3 to 5 years? That's a really good question. I think there's going to be a lot more AI on it. I think there's going to be a lot more AI.
In a good way or a bad way?
Both. I think you're going to see a lot more AI generated stuff. I think that there's going to be a bunch of different features because like Meta now has like the glasses and the different things like the what is it called? the oh my God, my brain is as fried as yours. It's not
Wait,
AI.
who said my brain was fried? Or is it obvious?
It's obvious.
Damn it.
The virtual reality. So like Meta has like the virtual reality now, and they have like a bunch of different stuff that they're coming out with, and they're constantly collaborating. So I think we're going to see a lot more collaborations with different brands for actual physical product. I think AI is going to have a lot more to do with it. I think ad campaigns are going to get harder. Personally, just from what I've seen from when like we started the company 5 years ago to now, it's a lot harder to get in front of the right people than it used to be. I also think attention spans are going to get shorter.
Dude, that's impossible. They're like at 7 seconds
I
right
know.
now.
I wouldn't be surprised. I can't last like more than.
Well, just take a look at Amazon with Amazon Lens. You ever tried that one?
No.
Put the camera up, turn it on.
Yeah.
I can look at this Canon camera right here. It'll tell me exactly where I can buy it and who has it right now and order it. Hit a button.
Well, isn't that convenient for the #1 global worldwide seller of things?
Yeah. So I
Well,
think
I'm just
we're
telling
see
you
a lot
about
of
the
that.
powerful software that they got running in their AI. Everybody's got their AI out, but I mean,
Yeah.
after looking at what they got going on their own website, they got a lot of cool things going on behind the scenes. But look how big they are and money they can throw at things to get it.
Oh, absolutely.
To get it fixed right.
Yeah,
So it will work.
absolutely.
Remember, we're talking about video editing software. Well, they got millions and millions. They could spend a day on it to screw around with it to get it right.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of, there's going to be the same amount of people, if not more, probably more because the next generation will be coming up to social in the next 3 to 5 years. But
Well, how do I interrupt you? So how do you, this is like the elephant in the room. You're good at what you do. I know
like
you're
to
good at
think
what you
so.
do. Here's the point. Here's my point. How do you get out in front of people in Hartford County so they understand how powerful you are and your team, so you stay in front of people versus the guy that butts in front of you and lies to them? Because, if you lie enough, you can get anything.
oh, for
so
sure.
so how do you stand out with your agency?
That's a really good question. I just show my tits on the internet.
I was like, huh? Wait a minute.
The guy over there just woke up.
See? It worked. She didn't even do it, and they still looked up.
Come on now, give us the answer. So if you're in front of one of them groups, everybody used to go to those groups. What do you call them? Mm-hmm. The one you paid for, you go around with 10 people around there.
Yeah, like
robin.
BNI or something.
Yeah, like that. And I'm not knocking them. I mean, I used to go to them years ago,
She
right?
goes to HTO.
Well,
So how does that? So okay, so you and I are up at Hartford, and we go to one of them, right?
Yeah.
And I'm an ad agency, and you're an ad agency, right? And you've been around how many years now?
like 5.5.
Okay, so let's say I started, 6 months ago.
Sure.
And I'm the new guy on the block, right? I'm 30 years younger, blah blah blah. And I go in there and I'm showing off. Hey, I can make this happen for you. How are you combating that and and making sure the client knows that you can deliver? So how do you market yourself?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I've done a lot to me as a personal business owner, and this is what I encourage my clients to do too. Like one of my favorite things to say is, what's your unfair advantage? And figuring out what you as a company or you as a business owner have as your unfair advantage. My secret weapon is me. Like really a lot of it boils down to me and what I'm willing to do as the owner and putting my face out there and do shit like this. And I've gone to different conferences and I've spoke. And so I use a lot of my experience as my unfair advantage.
So what's your background prior to this then?
So I've been
That's
doing.
what take me back to where your unfair advantage is.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Oh, that's a story. So I've been in some kind of sales or marketing role for the past like 20 years.
So you know how to talk to people.
Exactly. So my communication is my unfair advantage. I personally am really good at molding myself to what people need me to be.
Mirroring them.
I can.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like that's what I'm really good at, and that's how I can get people to
In the door.
Exactly.
But then you're also producing for them.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
It's
when
one thing to get them in the door. It's another thing to say, here's the proof.
right. Exactly.
As their phone's ringing or leads are coming in.
Right.
Okay.
So when I'm talking to people through like our discovery call, we'll go through kind of like our experience. Everyone that I've hired is amazing. Like I hold the bar really high for our internal staff and then also our processes. Processes are just as important as the end result when it comes to clients, like going from inception all the way through a delivered product, because people want that consistency and that creates trust and value. So coming up with a very seamless process on the back end for our
It
clients.
looks easy, but it's not.
Right. That's, if I'm going up against someone who's been around for 6 months, like, boo-boo, you're not going to have the process and the experience to get from point A to point B. You're going to go from like point A to point 2 to point 7 to 9 and then back
Shortcut it
to
all, and you're not going to get any result.
Right. And it's because of the lack of experience or the lack of know-how or whatever, right? But like because of my background in sales and marketing, I've had experience with different processes, and I have a very extensive management background as well and development. And so like I've done all of that already. So as soon as I started the company, we already had somewhat of a process, and we've just been fine-tuning it, and we're constantly fine-tuning it. We're looking for better platforms. We're looking for better ways to communicate with clients. We're always looking for a value to add to our clients, whether it's the actual product, obviously, or if there's something else that we can do to kind of help. So we'll do like brainstorming sessions where like, It doesn't really cost anything else. Like if you, Bob, have a problem and you're just like, V, I can't figure this out. It's like, all right, let's sit down. Like I'm important outside of my job, right? So like I have a bunch of different experiences that I can give you and we can brainstorm to get through your problem. So if you come to me and you're like, V, I can't get past this barrier of this local,
Sure.
recognition.
Sometimes you need someone else to bounce that off of.
Right. So like, let's sit down, let's like brainstorm, let's think. So like maybe we come up with like an event that you do or a trunk or treat or like whatever, if it's like a locally based thing to help get you some recognition. Let's write a press release. Let's get it out to the news stations. Let's get, that kind of stuff. And that's like outside of our scope of work, but it's still stuff that I have experience with. And I also have a great plethora of connections that I've made through the experience that I've had. So like if you need something specific and I might not have the answer, I could call Bo,
somebody that can
who
get it
also
done.
probably won't have the answer. And then we can call Austin and then figure out the answer.
Get
from
actually the
there.
answer.
Right.
Yeah.
But so like I make sure that not just my clients, but anyone that I run into, they understand that like I'm available to help in a certain capacity. Right. So that's kind of my unfair
So
advantage.
you're a resource to them.
Exactly.
Which is important. So you come across that way, not all sales.
Right. And I've never been that way. But it makes me a really good salesperson. So that's kind of
Funny
like,
how that works, right?
Yeah,
When you're like an
it's
actual
funny.
good person and you just actually help
Yeah.
your network versus just trying to sell your network.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
suddenly sales increase.
Like exactly. So that's kind of how
Kind of
we've
like
been
how
doing
Austin
it.
does it at RL Productions, right?
Yeah.
That is exactly how we do it, and that's why we've expanded into York, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Which
I
there
love
actually
it.
is club music up there. Which,
I love it.
didn't know if anyone knew that Pennsylvania has clubs.
Strip
is
clubs?
it a club if it's like a locals bar that suddenly charges a $5 cover charge? Anyway, it happened after an event. Austin took me to a real sleazy dump.
Was it a
That
strip
was
club?
an
It was
amazing
a
place.
tavern.
Tavern.
It was
That
amazing.
covers a lot right there.
They use the same cheap rum as I do at home, so like I felt.
So he felt right at
Yeah.
home.
It was great. It was a wonderful. The great wings.
Yeah.
I called them sleazy, so we're not going to name drop, but they were fantastic.
I love that for
really
you.
liked it.
They play Jimmy Buffett music at some
No,
point.
they didn't.
Absolutely.
No.
not. Do you think
This-
Jimmy Buffett music would a $5 cover charge for Jimie Buffett?
Look, I would pay
Buffett.
$5 to listen to Jimmy Buffett.
Look, man, I'll pay a lot of money to listen to Jimmy Buffett music.
Fair.
Needle back on the record. I want to give you an opportunity to boost Red Ball. Talk
Yeah.
about what Red Ball Consultants does, how you started that company, and why you guys are awesome. You gals are awesome. Not
Yeah,
to be misogynist
sure.
piece of shit.
I'll give you the elevator pitch. So we started literally like during the pandemic. I had a 6-month-old. My husband works for the police department, so he was non-existent at the time. I was working full time, all of the things, all of the reasons you should start a company, right? Like put something else on your plate. And then about 6 months into it, I didn't have a choice. I had to do it full time. So to leave the job, jump in. My husband was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "We gotta try. We gotta do this." So about like, I guess it's 5.5 years now. We've grown. We've got a handful of employees. We have an office. We have a podcast studio across the hall. I've been on different boards. I've spoke on different podcasts. I've spoke at conferences. I've been in articles. I've done like all kinds of crazy shit. But so what the company does is like we do digital marketing. So we create, post, handle social media accounts, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, all that stuff. We do consulting. We will come out and film all of the things if it's within an area. But also I did have a client send me to Florida. So yeah, totally down for Florida. But we get to do a lot of really cool stuff like that. And we get to watch it grow and we get to watch it change and ebb and flow. And we have a lot of really great clients. We've got a great team that, I've handpicked and trained and developed. And everyone's really excited to learn about all the new stuff coming out in general. And that's huge for a team, is to keep growing and keep learning. And so, yeah, that's kind of it. Like, we have a lot of fun doing it. We're constantly growing. My email is victoria@redballconsultants.com if anyone has any questions. But But we really just try and have a lot of fun. Like, we're a really tight-knit group we actually are all women. That's not done on purpose. We have had men work with us before, but it's all girls right now. And we just try and, have fun while we're doing it. We have a bunch of great clients that really appreciate what we do, and that's kind of it. I'm really bad at doing my elevator pitch because I don't know. I'm just
It's
really
like
bad
the
at it.
Empire State Building elevator pitch. We're just going to the top floor.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that's kind of it.
What is your official title at Red Ball Consultants?
I think I know where you're going with this.
Just a question.
HBIC.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Could you tell the audience what that stands for?
So it's head bitch in charge. It's on our website, and I don't think I've ever gone by anything else. So
Fair enough. We'll
Yeah.
allow it.
yeah.
Well, thank you, Victoria, for joining us.
Yeah, guys, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
And
it.
I know that Bob, as someone who's done a lot of digital and social media marketing and just growing his company to where it is, I know he respects the hell out of the work that you do.
Thanks.
Because it's tough running this small business
It's a
social
challenge,
media
and it's
racket.
changing so fast right now.
I know. There was something I saw on social media, actually. I think it was a meme, and it was like, if you want to know what a hard job is, try and take landscaping and make it interesting, like 5 days a week. And I was like, it's true. But honestly, like, we have a lot of fun, and we focus a lot on like the actual client themselves, not necessarily the end product. So, it's all good. But
Well, because we've all seen it so many times, but like what you guys both do, you've seen it, it's repetitious, but somebody on the outside, me looking at you, me looking at these guys, it's still all new to me. And the ideas I'll ask both of you, but you guys, like, you've asked this a million times. It's no different. A customer asks me something, I'm like, how many times am I going to answer that?
Yeah.
But to them, it's the first time. So you got to make it exciting.
yeah.
Because they don't want to hear, like, don't bother me about that. And that's hard sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun, and like we're all creative, so it comes a lot more natural. Like, there's definitely certain jobs fit for certain people, right?
Right.
Like, things that are more creative are very good for people interested in like marketing, and then you have people who are more interested in like the operations side or working with their hands, like getting into the trades.
You got a
that kind of
passion
stuff.
for it, regardless what it is.
Yeah,
you can tell the
exactly.
difference of somebody too that loves to come to work versus someone it's just work.
Yeah, I mean, my boss is horrible, so it is what it is.
Austin, how's your boss? It's a trick question. You don't have one. You're a partner.
It's fantastic. Well, yeah, but you're my creative boss. I'm your operations boss.
Wait, are you a partner now?
Yeah.
That's awesome! Congratulations.
Thank you.
I didn't know that it was official.
We're just so busy. We never actually
Fill out
signed
the
any
paperwork,
paperwork.
but it's pretty close.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a partner.
I love that.
As Catherine
Yay!
says, you have to stop going places and saying my partner, because everyone just thinks partner.
Business partner. That
Yeah.
one word at the
Business
beginning makes
partner.
a big difference.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with my sexuality, so I'll call you my partner all day long.
I mean, I feel like I could see that between you guys. I wouldn't be
We're either
surprised.
brothers or lovers.
Yeah.
Or both.
I was just going to say that.
Well, on that note of brother lovers, thank you again for joining
Absolutely.
us.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome back. Any point in time, something new and exciting happens in the social media marketing world. You like digital marketing. It's a way easier word to use. Can we just start using, can we take our word digital marketing? It's so much easier. Right? Is that cool? Got it.
I
Thanks.
don't care.
I'm
It's not my word.
stealing it now.
Isn't that in our elevator pitch?
Probably. I don't know, dude. I
You
make
wrote
up
it.
half the shit I say. Bob, any last words for Victoria?
No, I appreciate you coming in and sharing today. I think everybody learned,
Yeah, thanks for having me.
and it's always good to kick around some ideas,
I love
get
it.
some fresh thought into it. So hope you come back.
I'm not sure about that, but we'll see.
Well, I won't have Bo here next time. It'll just be you and I.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep.
The good partner.
Yeah.
That was another awesome episode of Lights, Sprinklers, Action. Stay tuned next time for another episode, as Bob Carr would say.
Absolutely.